Veterans groups are suing the Department of Defense for covering up the chemical exposure that our troops are subjected to at an overseas military base. Thousands of soldiers have reported illnesses of cancers and illnesses we don't even have a name for. And the military refuses to help these troops at all.
Yeah, this is a terrifying story because to this day, these American soldiers, we're supposed to protect these folks almost more than anybody else in this country. And we're failing them because they're at this base in Uzbekistan. It's called K2 is the nickname. It's the Karshi Khanabad Air Base. And for years and years, thousands of soldiers every year would come down with these mystery illnesses. Many of them ended up developing cancer. And so the military came out a couple years ago and they said, okay, we're going to do some testing. We're going to be looking for asbestos. We're going to be looking for cancer-causing chemicals. We're going to find out what's hurting you folks. So they do the tests. They get all their results.
They find everything.
They hide them.
Exactly. They find everything,
exactly.
And then they don't disclose it.
So we still to this day don't know what's in that report because they clearly saw it and said, oh God, we can't show this to anybody because we're killing people.
Let me tell you our experience with the Department of Defense, and it's really, really ugly. We handled the terrorism cases where, American citizens are killed through terrorism that's funded by banks, it's funded by Iran. We don't get any information from the DOD unless we beat it out of them. They're always protecting whatever that thing is that they want to protect, which is the government mostly. Same thing on Camp Lejeune. Big case up in North Carolina where entire families are dying of cancer. They died of brain tumors. They died of birth defects because the DOD did not disclose to the soldiers that were on that camp, that were on that base, that all of these toxins were in their drinking water. The levels, Farron, were so far off of the chart that when they looked at it the first time, they said it had to be some mistake. Then they looked at it 3 times. And every time they looked, the levels of toxins that caused cancer, neurological disease, birth defects got higher and higher. They hid that. They hid it from the American public, from these soldiers, for about 50 years. Then come along and you've got this. These women, these soldiers are in tents. They're in tents on the ground. And this toxic sludge is coming up underneath their tent. They're taking it up through their dermal exposure, inhalation exposure, drinking water exposure, and the DOD won't tell them even what the hell was in it, so a doctor can treat them.
Yeah, and all we know right now is that if you served at this K2 base in Uzbekistan, you have a 500 times greater chance of developing cancer than the average person in the country.
Yeah, we asked them to go put their lives on the line for us. Go leave your family. 2 years, 3 years. Some of these people have been signed up 3 terms to go fight for America. And then when we do these things to them, we treat them like they're second-rate citizens. I see it all the time. I'm working on the case up in North Carolina, Camp Lejeune case. And it's just unbelievable to me that you would have a government that would hide how dangerous this exposure was, not only to the soldier's wife and children.
Well, and you know what they do instead? We get the U.S. military, the government that says, hey, NFL, you've got to have a salute the Veterans Week. Major League Baseball, you got to have your military day. This is what we do to them. We give them parades. But we're also killing them with cancer. But it's okay because we got to do a fun parade for you.
Virtue signaling.
Right.
We give them virtue signaling.